Well, the freezing streak officially came to a brief end yesterday afternoon when temperatures right around 3 o'clock reached 32 degrees at a DFW airport. But you can see that was very short-lived. 58 consecutive hours, and then 2 hours after that, we were right back down into the upper 20s. That's how we spent the overnight, and that is how we sit this morning, if not even a little bit cooler. Right now out of DFW, it's 21 degrees. You work further to the north and west and along the Red River. A lot of us still sitting in the teens this morning. Feels like temperatures bringing us, a lot of us, into the teens, even the single digits. A look out across our eastern counties this morning. 16 in Terrell, 19 in Greenville, 18 for a lot of spots, Mineola, Mount Pleasant, and Longview, Athens along with it. It's chilly no matter where you go. That's kind of the story this morning. That's why that extreme cold warning remains in effect now through 9 a.m. this morning. Then the National Weather Service has opted to let that expire, but they're going to replace a lot of these counties here in this dark blue. You'll see this more light blue minty color start to move in. That's our cold weather advisory. That goes into effect at midnight tonight, runs through 9 a.m. Wednesday, just notifying it's still going to be cold, but not quite as cold as what we've been seeing. The afternoon finally providing some relief. We've got winds out of the south and southwest today, coupled with sunshine. Finally, sunshine returning to our skies. That's going to help our temperatures climb to 40 degrees, and most of us well above freezing today, upper 30s, low 40s. That's going to be the trend across the region. That all thanks to high pressure moving back in. As this high pressure slides in, we're going to see this clockwise movement. That's how we get that onshore flow to start working back in our favor, and then we see heating from there. We look under that all across the state. In fact, temperatures looking much better. This is a look at tomorrow's afternoon highs. All of us working well above freezing, upper 30s, low 40s. Thursday we'll do a little bit better too. We'll be climbing into the upper 40s. 48 is my forecast high for Dallas. Thursday afternoon, that's about as warm as we're going to get for the week. And then we've got another cold front sliding through. This one's working in from the north and west, bringing another push of Arctic air our way. Temperatures tumble from there. Thankfully, though, this one will be free of any precipitation. So we'll leave the sleet and the snow and the rain in the rear view, and we will just focus on, again, another chilly weekend. So we'll look a little bit closer at what this does to our temperatures. We will slowly stair step up. You'll see a cold front move in tomorrow. Really, all that's going to do is shift our winds around. So that one I'm not all that concerned about. We'll still get into the 40s. We'll still be able to improve our road conditions with significant melting. And Thursday, 48 degrees again, warmest spot I've got of the week before that bigger push of Arctic air moves in this weekend. Cools our afternoon highs into the 30s on Friday, low 30s, upper 20s. I think some of us stay below freezing throughout the entirety of the day on Saturday. Flip around to the other side of the clock. One thing that doesn't change at all this week, every morning will feature temperatures below freezing. 24 degrees tomorrow. We'll work up Thursday, 29, 27. We'll work back down. 17 to start the day on Saturday. Brutally cold. Wind chills also absolutely going to be a factor. Likely feels like temperatures back in the single digits this weekend, but again, no sleet, no snow falling this time. Just cold, breezy northerly winds starting to move in. So be sure you keep the freeze preps in place. We talk about the 4 Ps. We've been talking about the 4 Ps for the past week. We're still talking about it moving forward. People and pets need a warm place to go. Pipes, keep them dripping. Keep the indoor cabinets open. Certainly keep the exterior pipes wrapped, and plant-sensitive vegetation still be kept inside and wrapped if possible. I want to spend a second talking about travel here, because something we're watching, potential for some freezing fog to develop. It is already very slick out there, so I'm already giving the red light to this morning regardless, because refreezing all across our roadways are making very slick spots for travelers. Through the afternoon, we'll switch it to the yellow light. Conditions should improve. By Wednesday morning, a big concern is that, yes, we could see refreezing, but also widespread freezing fog is expected. Freezing fog is when we see little fog droplets, like little water droplets, start to form and condense with elevated moisture on hand. But when it's that cold, they freeze on contact with surfaces like roadways, especially elevated surface bridges and overpasses. Something to be cognizant of as you start your day. Again, tomorrow, take it slow out there if you have to travel. By the afternoon, though, again, we should start to see improvements area-wide to our roadways as accumulations finally start to dwindle a little bit. Look at your 7-day forecast. A lot of ups and downs. The mornings will be quite chilly for the next week or so, starting well below freezing. Saturday morning, the coolest one, I've got 17 degrees. Afternoons, much warmer. Sunshine takes us to the 40s through the rest of the week before our next cold front slides in and makes it a cool weekend again. But again, we will not be featuring any sleet, any snow, or any precipitation in the forecast. We'll take a break from that. But again, keep the winter gear out, because it is going to be chilly through the next 7 days.